So I received the question on my page, what do I use to track my calories burned, my calories intake? And so I wanted to take a minute and just quick video to show you guys really some screenshots of the program that I use. What I actually use is the Bodymedia Fit Link. I actually found out about this off of Biggest Loser. It's something they use on that show, and I did some research several years ago. Found the accuracy is between 90 and 95%, and I just felt like it was a tool that I could use to help me be successful in trying to get fit and try to get healthy and lose weight. And it's an armband that you wear. You can see there, you wear it. The main portion is on the tricep, and it has sensors. It senses several things, including body temperature, movement. It's got like a 3-axis measurement, so it can sense when you're laying down, things of that nature. So what I want to do now is just jump in and show you some screenshots of when you sync it with either your smartphone or online. It'll show you some information. And so let's go to the dashboard right now. You have the Bodymedia dashboard, and here you see this is actually a day I got some questions about because the amount of calories I burned. Someone asked me, how did you burn 5,000? Actually, it turned out to be over 6,000 calories. And so you see here, the main dashboard will show calories burned, calories consumed, your calorie balance, whether it's a deficit or a surplus, your physical activity, steps taken, sleep duration, and then it'll help you track your weight. And so when you log in, all the information from the armband will sync. This particular model will sync via Bluetooth to your smartphone. You can upload from your smartphone, or you can plug it directly into your computer. And so next we'll go to the calories burned tab, and this breaks down. You can see for the entire day the activity in this kind of chart is METs, and this stands for metabolic equivalent of tasks, and it has to do with how much oxygen it takes to do whatever activity you're doing. And so essentially what this means is when you see the higher spikes, that's more intense activity. There in the first portion of the day, early morning, I actually did some running, and so those are the tallest spikes you see. And then later in the day you see a bunch, kind of a little bit before 9 p.m. I was doing some kickboxing and some jiu-jitsu and stuff, and so that was my couple of workouts for the day. And then my activity in between, you see the different spikes, and this was just a different work I was doing. It measures all of your activity. It kind of gives you a picture of how active you're being. Again, the accuracy 90-95%, and it's just giving you an overall picture. Then from there, if we go to calories consumed, I actually use MyFitnessPal to track my calories. You can type in and search things, and they just have a bigger library of information, nutritional information already, and you can sync that in. These two apps will connect to each other. MyFitnessPal is a free app. I put that information in, and it'll sync over, and it shows a breakdown of the calories for my meals. Also, I'll do snacks and the breakdown of the carbs, fat, and protein. And so it breaks down those macronutrients is what those three things are called. And then you see even at the bottom a breakdown of more things. This was an okay day. Calories, I was on. It was good. I was where I wanted to be. You can see about half of my calories came from protein. I'd like to have a little bit more carbs and a little less fat. But it gives me a picture. I can actually see what is it I'm eating. My sodium was high too for the day. But also I did a lot of sweating, things of that nature. But that sodium, want to keep it down so I'm not holding on to water weight. The picture here, if you look at the dashboard, again, you'll see a calorie balance. This is going to show you where you're at as far as if you have a calorie deficit. If you want to lose weight, you gotta 1 pound is a 3,500 calorie deficit. I try not to have a higher calorie deficit than 3,500 calories, just because I find if I do, I feel like junk. I really haven't ate enough calories to kind of re-energize my body and kind of restore my muscles and things after workouts. And so that day I had a really good calorie deficit. That's where I try to be on the days I really work out. So then you have the physical activity tab, and it shows you throughout your day your activity, and at a moderate level and vigorous level. You see there in the early portion of the day, again, that was when I was running, and as big of a guy as I am, some of that is really vigorous. And then later in the day you see where there was vigorous activity. Again, that was when I was doing my kickboxing and my jiu-jitsu. This kind of gives me a picture again of how active I'm being. In the middle of the day, I was setting up some tables, chairs, that kind of stuff, and so just got me moving. Again, one of the keys to losing weight is you just got to get moving. And that takes the next tab, which is your steps taken. And you see there, I did a lot of steps in the morning. Again, I was running, and then throughout the day, just tried to keep moving. One of the cool things is this actually will also track sleep. It'll track laying down. Thing is, if you lay down to watch TV, it's going to think you're laying down for the most part. It uses all its sensors and kind of gives you a somewhat close picture of what your sleeping is like, and you can see the times when I kind of wake up in the night. And for the most part, I feel like this is fairly accurate, just from my recollection of waking up. I have a sleep apnea mask. Maybe it kind of came off or came loose or something, or I had to go to the bathroom. It just gives you an idea of how much you're laying down, giving yourself really a chance of sleep. I try to get close to 8 hours of sleep, and so I can see how long I was laying down and how long I was sleeping. And then lastly, on the dashboard, you see the weight. And I highlighted specifically the weight. When I started back on this app, I'd actually started my weight loss a week before. This was 3 months ago. I started at 410, and when I started on the app again, it was at 405.2. And it kind of shows you your current weight, your goal weight. I want to be 265, kind of as a general goal. My current progress, how many days till I put in a goal, losing it roughly 2 pounds a week. A healthy range is 1 to 2 pounds a week. And so my goal would be reached October of 2014 at that rate. Actually, last month, I lost at 4 pounds a week. So doing a little bit faster than that. But then it'll show you all-time weight loss. And here's a page that shows kind of my all-time records, my personal records, if you will. A comment was made about my calories. My all-time high was over 7,000, an extremely active day. My total activity record was over 4 hours. Vigorous activity only 24 hours. And again, that's some heavy-duty running, sprinting, lifting of weights, things like that. My record steps was over 26,000. My METs level 1.77, sleep 917, lying down, that's kind of depressing. I hope I was watching a lot of TV or something that day. And then my on body, I don't know how it could be over 24 hours because there's only 24 hours in a day. But again, this kind of gives me an idea, a picture of how I'm doing. I've found for me that I've got to really track things and put things down, because you cannot, this is a quote by Martin Rooney, awesome trainer. He said, look, you can't manage what you don't measure. And for me, this is how I measure. This helps me get my success, and I can go back and I look at it and say, well, yeah, I had too many calories this day, or I didn't move enough this day, or I need to get more sleep, or my sodium was high, so I'm probably retaining a little bit of water weight, things of that nature. Or I can see, man, I'm just not eating a lot of protein, or maybe I had way more than I needed. Things like that. These are kind of the tools that have helped me be successful, and over the last 3 months lose over 50 pounds. So I hope you find this helpful. The Bodymedia app, or the armband, you can get from bodymedia.com. I'll put a link in the description so that you can click that and actually get 15% off. Normally this is $119, which I know it's an investment, but it's an investment to your health and your future. With that discount code, it'll be $101.15. And then you'll also get 3 months of the subscription. This that it links to is a subscription basis. You pay $7 a month, $6.95. For the service, so you can link up and store that information and be able to track. And it's an awesome tool, and I really encourage you, find what works for you. This works for me, maybe it wouldn't for you. My wife has started using one of these, and she's been successful. Last 3 weeks has lost 12 pounds, is doing wonderful. And so I hope this kind of gives you a picture of what I'm using. And again, it may not be for you, but you've got to find what works. You've got to measure so that you can manage. So if you have any more questions, feel free to comment, shoot me a message, whatever, and I'll try and help you out in any way I can. Thanks.